So I'm getting ready to glaze a few of the pieces. And this is my glaze area. This is where I make all the magic happen. All my recipes, these recipes are probably 15 years old, so I have gotten them down to the science. So I'm kind of a chemist when it comes to working things. And so I have all my glaze chemicals here, and then all of these are glaze buckets. So the two things that I'm going to be working on are clear and red for the first section. So I'm just cleaning the drill bit, and so that I can go into the glaze buckets. And the reason why I'm doing that is because you can't contaminate glazes. Drilling. And so what I'm doing is bringing all the settlements from the glazes from the bottom to the top to blend them up. And then I will do red as well. And so the red is in a smaller bucket because it allows me to tip the pieces easier. Alright, so I take the glaze and just look at the piece one final time. I always have to have my glasses because I like to make sure I look at the detail of the pieces. Okay, everything is good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take clear, put it on the inside. Pour it out. And you have to pour it out evenly and fairly quickly. Then just rim it a little bit because it dries really quick. Rim it with blue or rim it with clear. Then I just sit this off to the side. So now that these are dry, okay, yep, that's dry. So now I'm just going to come here. All right, I need the sponge to wipe off the face. So now I'm just going to take it, dip it on the inside. And remember what I told you, it repels from the wax resist. So now I just wipe that off. And then I use a Dremel tool to do the final cleanups, and a toothbrush to make sure that I get everything out of the groove. Wipe the bottom off, has my name on the bottom so it can resist it as well. And then I let that dry. Same situation. Prime it through. And that's how it gets primed through. And so these need some other attention because I still need to put some more wax resistor on these and so that I can work on those. But for now, what I do is I'm just going to come through to the other side. All right, so glazes run and they can be temperamental. So all I do is come and I just bevel that edge right there just to make sure that it doesn't run onto the kiln. All right, from that point, I take a brush and I just go into the face. Usually I'm doing this sitting down, but I'm going to be loading the kiln. And then I take my sponge, make sure the water is out of it, clean it up, clean the edges, just make sure everything's done. Make sure that there's no color on the piece's face. So I just go in, brush the eyes just to make sure. Then after that, I just come in on the edges of the face with my tool. Sometimes I just use my Dremel tool because it's faster. Just go around the edges of the piece just to make sure that you see a full face. And then I just come in, place it inside of the kiln. Make sure that the walls are nice and straight because this is another level. So right now it can get up to 4 to 5 levels, and so this is how it just goes in, and then all of this will be filled with nothing but those mucks, tier after tier after tier. I am at the last process of opening up the kiln. So the kiln has been running for 13 hours and 58 minutes, and this is the glaze firing. The first firing that I do is the vitrification. And with the vitrification, this is what it actually looks like. So it's a bisque piece. This is where I check the piece on the inside to make sure everything's okay. The outside just to make sure the name is there. Hear that ring, because if you hear the ring, that means that it is in pristine condition. All right, so it's time to open up the kiln. This is, again, for Acres of Ancestry, so everything that's in here is either blue or red. the kiln has been cooling down, and I'm going to just check to see what the temperature is. It went for 9 hours and 23 minutes, and now it's 77 degrees. So I should be able to touch it. Voila. There are some of the pieces that have been fired and glazed with blue or red. So here, let me just touch. Okay, no, that's fairly, it's okay. So I'm just going to pull it open so that you guys can see what it looks like. And so I'm just going to turn it around. And this is what they call blue or indigo. And then the name is at the bottom of it. And I'm just going to put that back for the time being and just pull out another one. Here's another one. And then twirl it around so you can see that red. So these are 2 new colors in my collection. And I'll just show one of the final ones. And I'm just going to bring that up close. And then so you can see all of the detail. Just twirl it around. And so the bottom of the piece is blue. Then the inside I glaze with white. And then I rim it just to give it a pop of iron. And that is why there are 3 different colors. So usually I'm using 3 to 4 different colors on one piece to actually get it the color that it needs to be. So I am a chemist to create colors, and I have about 20 colors that I play with, and I keep adding to the collection until I guess it's done. All right, but I hope that you have enjoyed the process. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I hope that you continue to be inspired by pottery. It is one of the oldest crafts in the world. And before I leave, I'm actually working on some other projects. This is also for Acres of Ancestry. So I'm going to show you some of the heads that I'm doing right now. So I still have 6 more to do, but these are 2 of those pieces. So I'm going to show you her and him, and they're 6. I'm working on 6, but there are more to come out of that collection. Also, I'm doing the Angel series, and I'll show you guys the Angel series. And this is just getting ready for the Christmas holidays. And so these are pieces that I was working on yesterday. These are, they take a lot of time. There are many, many different parts, but these were done yesterday, and it takes probably, to do all of these, about 9 hours to complete them before they actually go into the fire. So thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you guys. I hope that you receive inspiration not only from me, but also from the arts. And even if you are not investing in this, you invest in people who are in the arts, because we are the storytellers, we are the living legends, and while we're here, this is the perfect time to ask us all the questions you want to know about us. All right, so ciao. Thanks for hanging out at Woodland Heights Studio, and please look at the website of Acres of Ancestry. So much information, and what an amazing project that they are doing. All right, bye.